Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Friday, TGIF. It's going to be a big day. I'm going to go see Ballerina. Was going to see it last night, but I needed a break. I ended up going to bed a little early. That was very good for me. To those of you out here who got here very early, I want to say thanks. Anything that's 20 minutes out from the show usually takes a minute for me to acknowledge, because I can't pull it up on the screen, like Curtis Joseph, who dropped $1.50 Canadian right at the beginning, and our good friend SFX F314 Sabertooth Raptor dropping Operation Overlord Anniversary Salute to all of them. Culture, what do you think of my Cyclone Starship I sent you? Dude, I think all the ship designs you send me are amazing. I am going to have to, like I said, there's one I'm going to print as soon as I can get the time to do it. I ordered some more clear PLA so that hopefully that'll work. The other clear that I had wasn't working out well for Windows, but thank you for that, and thank you for the $5 super chat. Sean Estep was huge this morning, dropping 20 Culture Casino memberships. Holy cow. And of course, Ruby Hoove gifts a Culture Casino membership. Ruby Hoove, I hope you're getting close to getting home. And there's that. Dr. Jill Power says, Curtis Joseph had a question for me. Says, I have a good old horror short trailer for you to watch. It's called Charlie Bit My Finger, the horror. Can you share view and share? I wish I could. Usually I can't. I don't try to show trailers on my shows live because oftentimes they don't like it. I get claims. I mean, I could preview it, see it, put it up on behind the scenes maybe this weekend and see if I get a claim. If not, maybe we could do it. I'll take a look at it. Let's put it that way, Curtis. Thanks for that. We got a few other folks out there, including Griffin. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Thanks for all you do with the history stuff. I know everybody loves it. Justin Towns is in the house. Good to see you, Justin. Matt G. Of course, that's Swift -1. Good to see you, Matt G. The old one himself, Captain Phantom Nerd, who supports me. I support him. Check him out. Snortopoopas Cuber is out there, our favorite polar bar. Gallatin 910, your favorite radio station. And, of course, Tobach. Great to see you. Aloha, indeed. We got, let's see. I'm looking to see if Griffin put a history note in today. So far, I haven't found it, but I did find Tom F., who's promoting the Discord. Great to see you, Tom. I hope you're feeling good. Big shout out, as I said, to Sean Estep and Cloud Sailings in the house. Good to see you. Staccato DDS, the one and only superhero in our midst. And of course, Penny. That's right. Happy Friday, everybody. Barry, the music man. Great to see you. And hello to all the Culturinos. You are amazing. Libby. Good morning, Libby. Amazing. I'm having a good morning. I hope you guys are too. I hope you have a great weekend. Low Spec, Linux Gaming. You guys are the best. John, the Beagle Dad. 6 minutes starts now. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever you are and whatever you're watching. Thanks for checking out the 6 Minute Daily. Make sure you hit the like button. Give me a comment down below if you're watching on the replay. Hashtag replay gang. And let's get started this morning with Samuel L. Jackson to start the Tulsa King spinoff, Enola. He's going to be starring in this. More expansion to the Taylor Sheridan universe. There's a lot of stories to tell. This guy is a machine. Speaking of machines, that's right, Dakota Johnson. I think she's probably a machine. Says that Madam Web flop wasn't her fault. And she's been saying that even before the film came out. She's right. Lots of terrible people behind the scenes that are not creative trying to make creative things. Pretty clearly, all of Sony creatively bankrupt. Very few people over there know how to do what they're trying to do, which is why every single Spideyverse thing, except for Spider-Man itself, fell apart. Speaking of falling apart, Shari Redstone is, unfortunately. Feel very bad that the C word caught up with her. That's right. Thyroid cancer. This is terrible. I've had family members with it. I got to tell you, she's getting treatment, but this is going to put a dent in her plans with what she does with her post-Paramount money. We've got Ballerina dancing to a very disappointing, there's the right word, $3.5 million in previews at the box office between, believe it or not, Wednesday and Thursday. I have not yet had a chance to see this. I was trying to get to see this, but again, took an early little nap and was done for the day. But I'm going to be seeing it later this morning, so you'll have your review later today. That'll be the video of the day. Maybe I'll drop 2. We'll see. We got the judge scolding Diddy for nodding vigorously to the jury. The judge actually threatened to remove him because he was doing something that may have been intimidating jurors. You're not supposed to do that. That's a bad idea. Of course, Diddy has been wearing bad idea jeans for the better part of 30 years, and I have a feeling things are not going to go his way. Of course, we are on the skirts of Ballerina, which I'm actually excited for, to be fair, but the John Wick boss, Chad Stahelski, is basically saying that his process is quite the mess compared to the other people in Hollywood, and yet he makes really visually perfect and exciting action scenes and actually films all around. Can't wait for Ballerina, can't wait to see John Wick again, and basically just can't wait to get to a movie that I might appreciate. We've got U.S. Job growth jumping up as expected, actually sitting on 139,000 in May, even despite the cuts to the federal workforce, which saved us a bunch of money. Speaking of saving us money, Wall Street opens higher following the jobs report. So that saves us money. We're going to get to see the stock market rise once again. And Tom Cruise gets a world record for jumping out of a plane and doing 16 burning parachute jumps during Mission Impossible. You remember this scene? I do. I thought it was incredible. Speaking of incredible, we've got Ridley Scott saying he's done with Alien. Good. Other people do it better, including Mr. Hawley, who is going to be actually giving us Alien Earth. Go see that particular trailer. I think you'll be impressed. Trump says after a Z call that the U.S. and China are going to resume those trade talks because they don't have a lot of time left before we make it very difficult for them, even as their economy is already collapsing. Speaking of collapsing economies, Germany's Merz says he found Trump open to dialogue and committed to NATO. And I think that we've seen that, he can work with people, even though they are definitely globalist jerk faces. Speaking of which, government moves to drop the Sheets discrimination case as Trump targets a key civil rights tool. No, it's not a key civil rights tool. It's an overreach of the idea with disparate impact, which makes it easier for people who have crime-ridden rap sheets to get jobs and other things. They're just kind of taking the extra bonus chances away from people who've done pretty bad stuff. A federal judge actually tells federal agencies that they can't enforce the people who change their bias policies against Catholic groups because, they just can't. And that kind of would lead to a lot of issues with other religions, so I think they want no part of that. Judge and lawmakers question the Trump's administration's plan to gut the Jobs Corp centers. You mean the Make Work program that wasted a bunch of our tax dollars? I don't really care if you question that or not. We don't need them. We didn't need them to begin with. And really, it's just a way to pay a lot of people a lot of extra money that they really don't work for. The NTSB finds a fuel leak and improperly installed parts in the engine of an airliner that caught fire. That doesn't sound like fun, but maybe it landed properly. And maybe we're going to get to the point where we hire qualified people to install and put together our planes, even maintain them. Salvage crew is headed for that cargo ship that we talked about that was on fire, full of cars, electric and hybrid. They're going to find where exactly this fire started. We already know, but they're going to head there. And finally, a bear broke into a Pittsburgh area nursing home and started climbing into residents' beds. I guess he just wanted to cuddle, but they're saying he was an unwelcome visitor. I don't know. You'd have to ask all of the people there, but anyway, it's kind of fun. But the bear broke into St. Andrews Village just after 11 p.m. on Tuesday night, and Charlene Elliott was one of the lead certified nursing assistants working there, and just kind of noticed the bear was coming down the hall towards her. So yeah, they got some video of the bear just trying to hang out with the elderly there. You know what? A couple pets on a bear might just change your attitude in a nursing home. But for about 15 minutes, the bear was just running around inside. and things like that seem to happen on the regular. So that was your bear story of the day. This was your 6-minute daily. We are now in bonus time. And I just want to say I'm glad you're all here. Thanks for being here today. We've got a couple of minutes of bonus time. And I want to acknowledge that Ruby Hoof sent a super chat that I didn't get a chance to read. Let's see if we can pull it up on the screen now. I think we can. There she is for 5 Culture Casino Cash saying, home. Yay. Brought home a Texas cough. Oh, that's bad. Chat later, Culture and Culturians. Well, I just hope you feel better, Ruby. Sorry you got a little culture cough. Don't give that to Hoove. Come on now. Keep that man healthy. He was holding down a fort while you were off helping family. I hope everybody's doing really well. I want everybody to be doing really well. All right. We got, we don't have a lot to cover during bonus time other than we do have Ballerina out this weekend. I think that'll be a lot of fun. And I will let you know later today what I think of it, because I think in about 2 hours and change, I'll be sitting in a movie theater watching it. So Carlos Alfredo Lopez is in the house. Great to see you. We got Chris Dickerson out there. Great to see you. Thanks for being here. We got a few other folks stopping in, like the lovely Juliet from across the pond saying hi to Meravita. You will never know. Lord Thoth checking in from the Great White North. It's a beauty way to go. That's right. He's up in Canada. One of my longtime wrenches here. There's Randall Orser, otherwise known as Canadian Roland. That's right. Christian Fandom Geek, so great to see you. You are all the Jedi, my friend. It's great to see you in the house. I hope you're still grinding on your efforts, my friend. Cynthia Carter is here. Reverse Goldilocks situation. Yeah. Well, that's actually true. The bear's crawling in there. Absolutely. Absolutely. Chris Dickerson gifts 5 Culture Casino memberships. Thank you so very much. You guys are incredible. Who sends a Culture Casino membership? My goodness gracious. Look at all this generosity. You are all incredible. That's right. That's that French way of saying incredible, only crazy. Two Fingers says, not just did he did it. Where are all the other criminal actors, CEOs, and politicians that did the same or more? Hey, I'm hoping that we get around to them as well. Two Fingers, I really do. Hey, Curtis Selby's in the house. Good to see you. You made it to Alive. Brian and Cindy are here as well. Yep. And all righty diddly do is he's looking at some serious time. If he gets found guilty on 2 of the 8 charges he's up on, that means they can get him with that RICO, and he's toast. That's like the rest of his life in jail. Hey, the Batcap's in the house. Great. Good morning to you. Curtis Joseph, I'm going to check out that trailer. If somebody can send me the name, please. Yeah. Crazy way to say that. Oh, now it's too much Ripley. Hey, look, I'm looking forward to, of course, I know that's not the Ripley you're talking about. I'm looking forward to Alien Earth. You guys should check out the trailer. Madam Web was a disaster. Yeah, it was. It's terrible. Feel bad for Shari Redstone. No remorse for the diddler. Good on you, Carl. Good on you. And I'm worried for the future of the John Wick franchise past Chapter 4. Me too. Here's the thing, though. Stilinski, in that article that I brought up about his process being kind of broken, as compared to other creators, he said that it's in the works. He's working on it. And that's the thing about Keanu. Keanu, really tortures his body for those films, and then he feels like he needs to come back. I want him to come back as like the leader, of the school for the assassins, and maybe guide people to becoming the next Baba Yaga. But at the same time, what I think is I think he's just ready to retire. But you can't really have John Wick universe without John Wick, right? I'm just worried that Ballerina is going to be less than I was hoping for, despite being completely reworked. Hampton's in the house. Good morning, Hampton. Hope you're doing well. A few other folks are in the house. Let's see what we got here. A few other folks popped in. Like my father before me. There's Hooves Gifty. Wanted to get that out there. And Chris Dickerson's drop of 5 Culture Casino memberships. Look at all the names go green. I love it. Blair to Blair got a gifty. I hope Blair to Blair's doing good. Haven't seen him in a minute. Bingo, bango, bongo. I'm so happy in the jungle's been here for a while. That's right. 7 months. Says hello. Hello, my friend. Hello. That's right. Pilgrim Media. Hey, pal. How you doing? Great to see you everywhere, including over there on Pro Streams. My goodness. Says it'll behoove you to take care of your uvula. There you go. Uvula. I don't think anybody else. You. Some people would look at that word and go, what? Uvula. John Yolden is here. Good to see you, my friend, all the way across the pond in the UK. That's right. He speaks proper English, and he doesn't like my Mockney. Randall Orser is celebrating 32 months. We're coming up on 3 years, buddy. 4 months away. Says, shall use my free super chat to show my book. That's right. Go check out The Full Circle Solution. That's right. That would be Randall Orser's book, Conquering the Paperwork That Threatens Your Business. That's right. You should go check that out. Randall Orser, the author and businessman extraordinaire. Got to go check it out. See if it fits into your life. If you need it in your life, got to promote that book. Thank you, my friend. Holy cow, Jeff. All right. This is tradition here on the show. Thanks for being here. Jeff, otherwise known as Low Spec Linux Laptop, says, today I'm 56. Woo! Hey, you're older than me. You got 2 years on me, bro. Anyway, let's get to singing. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Jeff Pearson. Happy birthday to you. I hope you have a great day, my friend. And another marvelous year on this planet. It's so good to see you, and I'm so grateful you've been here for so long. I do indeed hope you have a great birthday. I'm still getting over the cold I got last week. Yeah, my autoimmune disease means the cold takes me out. I understand that. A lot of people in my family takes them forever to recover. Yep. You ate my burger, says, happy Friday, everybody. That's right. Happy Friday to you. You ate my burger. I love that. Grim's in the house. What's going on, Grim? And the beautiful Depot. Good to see you. I don't see the weatherman. I hope he's bouncing back and feeling better. Do you see Gollum? I got a few other folks out there. Let's see. Thanks for being over there, Tom and Dr. Jill. Appreciate you making sure that the green machine is running great, because you never know what's going to happen with crazy white boy over there. That's right. Randall Orser says formidable. That's right. You know what? I think in light of all of this lovely celebration and all these gifties, you know what? Let's serve up a little bear dance. You know what? You guys want to see some bear dance? I think you probably want to see some bear dance. We're gonna do this one now. Oh, what a day. That bear gets a lot of use. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Oh, it's so good to see everybody. I love Fridays. Get y'all. Everybody's in a good mood. We're ready for the end of the week. Linda's out there. To be fair, culture, that Mockney accent is a combination of British, Australia, and American culture. That's true. It worked. Thank you, Hampton. I can't believe it. I can't believe we're at the end of another week. But look out for today, because this afternoon I'm going to record and lightly edit probably the Ballerina video I'm going to drop. Let you know what I think of the film, honest, straight from the theater review, and you tell me what you think if you get a chance to see the film. I'm looking forward to it, not just because of Anna de Armas, but because I want to see if they're capable of telling even more depth in this world. I thought the Continental was great. The Continental was an extension of the John Wick universe, let you know more of what was going on behind the scenes and how things came to be the way that they were. And the rules, well, they're the rules. So there's right. Barry the Music Man says, TGIF. Indeed. Indeed. And do say happy birthday to Jeff. Send the man some cake. Cake. And Juliet, I hope you have an incredible day, dear. Thank you for being here, and thank you for wrenching away. We appreciate you. All right, we got a lot of stuff that is kind of moving forward. We watched some political fallout yesterday, which, believe it or not, I don't believe. I think there's a game being played, and I think we'll be brought in on that because the conversation around the rockets and things from Elon Musk himself changed dramatically this morning. The ability to launch more Starlink satellites, things like that, changed. I think something else was going on there, but that's just me. I could be wrong, but I'm not wrong about this. Mark Nichols drops $20 and says, "Ballerina Wick with a chick." Yes, absolutely, and thank you for that $20 super duper chat. I think it'll be great. Ballerina Wick with a chick, 100%. In fact, they should have titled it that. But I think it's going to be great, and John Wick is going to be in it. So there is Keanu in it. So there's that. Wick is pain. Also, true story. True story. But thank you. This is incredibly generous from our good friend Mark Nichols, who must like cheddar, because cheddar makes things more better.
Oh, man, that's some sweet cheddar. Guys. Yeah.
That's right. Thank you, Mark, for your incredible generosity. And thank you all for being here. This is always a fun day. I love Fridays. You guys are always full of just humor and wit and generosity. It's incroyable. I don't care. Yeah. Let's see. We got let's see. Pilgrim Media drops in, says it'll behoove you. Oh wait, I got that one. It'll behoove you to take care of your uvula. Yeah. There was another one in here from Captain Phantom Nerd, who's been a member for 44 months. That's almost 4 years. This guy's been here since the dawn of time, since I've been monetized. Says, good morning, everybody. Good morning to you. Yeah, great, wonderful human being, you, Captain Phantom Nerd. All right, let's see. What else do we got? Love is what we got. I wonder how we're going to end today. I wonder. Da, 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 da. That's right. Have a great Friday wherever you are. Peace. All right, Linda, thanks for being here, dear. I hope you are doing wonderfully well. Can't wait to see you again. Going to be out in Florida at the end of September, probably, and anybody in the Florida area can catch me there. I'm going to be in like 5 different states at the end of September, so there's that. Hi, all. Happy Friday. Says, flying blind on a rocket cycle for 2 CultureCasino cash. I wish I had that cool clip. I really do. That'd be fun. I will look at that trailer, Curtis Joseph. I absolutely will. I really am hesitant to do it on stream for the reasons that I said. But yeah, what else we got out there? I don't know. It's going to be an abbreviated 6-minute daily on a Friday because I don't have a lot more to talk about. Crazy political junk that I think is, a game. I mean, lots of good jobs news. I mean, the things are looking up, guys. I know that's hard to believe, but things are looking up. There's a chance they will sort out the problems with the big, beautiful bill. There's a chance that we have opportunities to end the war, despite all of the recent activities. There's stuff out there. There's stuff out there. Just lift your head up and look to the future with a grin on your face, and I think that translates everybody's day. Because guess what? Smiles are contagious. If you walk by somebody and they're smiling like an idiot, you end up smiling like an idiot. Or you call for the guys that will bring the nets and take them to a rubber room. Those are the other choice. Yeah, I'm with you, Feliato. Like I said, I think there's a chance to fix it. So we'll see about that. Have I seen the upcoming James Bond game? Yeah, not super thrilled. DEI fest all around. We'll see what the game ends up looking like at the end of it. But I mean, it is what it is. Trying to take it back to the era that we've all been talking about in the 60s in the UK. Some of it, most of it doesn't make a lot of sense, but we'll see. I'm going to give it a chance just like I do almost everything else. Some things are a little ridiculous, but I like James Bond a lot. I've seen various different reactions on this game. I really wanted to support Tooneytown TV last night, which is Marvin the Movie Monster's second channel. It had its anniversary last night. I couldn't drag myself out of bed. But you should check out his channel. He's great. Of course, he's also the editor-in-chief over on that Park Place. But he and I almost came to an argument because he's like, super all about it. And I'm like, we'll see. If they're willing to pour politics in it one way, more politics coming. But it looks good. I mean, visually, yeah, I'm going to try it. We'll see what I think. How about that? Staccato DDS for 10 Culture Casino cash says, how do we get rid of judicial activism? You stop allowing for lawmaking from the bench. It never should have been allowed. And I mean, that it's been going on since the Clinton administration. If you look at them trying to enforce injunctions across the board without somebody having standing, the Supreme Court should have knocked this down 20 years ago. This never should have been allowed to happen. And there's a lot of reasons that, constitutional lawyers will look at this and say, you can't do this. I mean, I think Ron Coleman is even on record saying this is silly and shouldn't be allowed. You can't have the laws are on the books so the president can do what he's doing. If you had a problem with those laws, you'd have to roll on those laws. But instead, they're circumventing the process and trying to take over presidential roles, either on foreign policy or war powers, which, again, the judiciary doesn't have any check to balance, let's say. Same problem. So we'll see. I mean, it's going to be interesting. Let's just say it that way. But the only way we can get rid of it is hire good people, good politicians to choose good judges. And that's the problem is we haven't had good judges. We put two people who were stealth activists on the Supreme Court. So can't do that anymore. You have to know for certain what people are. You have to have people who don't think that the Constitution is a living document. That's it. Because it's not. Everything about the way the country is supposed to be structured and run is in that document. It doesn't live. It doesn't change unless you do amendments. And amendments are hard. It's hard to do. There's one of them I'd like to undo. There's a couple of things in there I think are disgusting, but at the time, we did some silly things. So, and amendments are how we fix those silly things. Anyway, John Yulden for a couple of bucks here. That's right, £5 sterling. It's proper money. Says at the same time as Trump Elon, we have Reform UK's chairman retiring. We'll really need these parties to work together. Like and subscribe all. Thank you, John. Yeah, I only get the chance to comment on British politics usually when I'm on with Mr. H and Bo. That's always fun, by the way. I'll just say it this way. The leader in that country, and I use the term leader with a tongue-in-cheek firmly, Herr Starmer, he is he's a dolt. He's a globalist dolt, and he's puppeteered by others, but they need to keep him in power, and they need to keep the country from going absolutely in fuego. So he's had to turn around on some stuff that's been incredibly destructive to the UK because people have now realized that all this forced migrant shift across the planet has done nothing but destabilize societies and countries and cultures. And when you do that, people take notice and they rise up against it. And that's the last thing that should be done there. I call the psych floor and tell them to count their patients. 6 is genius. I love it. Luke's in the house. What's going on, Luke? You know, I've heard this argument before. I'm almost at the point to say you're probably right. But the reason that the founders did it the way that they did is to have some rotating form of constancy. Because you can't have laws and interpretations of laws or, changing willy-nilly. I mean, it's, sometimes it's a good thing. Sometimes it's a bad thing. But at the same time, you need some constancy. The president only gets, 2 terms. The president only gets 2 full terms. There's a conversation to be had around that. And, it's very clear. The senators and the representatives only have their terms. And the reason the Senate's limited to the numbers it is, 2 senators per state, is so that powerful body has a duty to put laws in place that equally represent each state. Representatives are doled out the way they are, and we need to kind of reform that a little bit. And based on the census, the populations of those states. So that represents the people's representation. So the Senate is the states' rights, and the representatives is the body of the state, the number of people in the state. California should be stripped of a bunch of representatives, especially if they only count legal citizens in the census, which they should. Because people who are here illegally aren't citizens are not represented in this country and should not be, because they have not really had a legal interest in their state and in this country. So I like the system the way it's set up, and I don't know necessarily that having term limits and SCOTUS is a good plan. But I do think you should be able to have a version of the 25th Amendment where you can take an elderly person that's on the court that is clearly not in their right mind and have them removed. And for whatever reason, it's not popping into mind whether or not that exists. I don't believe it does. Those are my thoughts on that, though. Well, yeah, if you get someone with a constant agenda, well, you had that. You had Ruth Bader Ginsburg already. Although scholarly, if you take a look at her reasoning, it's not terrible. But you clearly put a constant agenda person in there under Biden recently and hired sheerly just because of immutables. And then that person was let through despite some of the answers that they gave. And that's that. Those are my thoughts. I'm a constitutionalist, though. Um, this is one of the questions that I think should have immediately disqualified the person for the job. But that's just me. Anyway, I don't think you should hire people for their immutables. I think you should hire them for their integrity and their reasoning skills. I think that's how you're supposed to select anybody in a position of being a judge. Look, all three branches of government are very important. They have very specific duties, and they are there to check each other. The problem is that the agenda can destroy a country. Anyway, I think that you just put the most qualified people in positions, and that's that. And then it doesn't matter what their immutables are. Doesn't matter what color they are. I think I'm back. It doesn't matter what any of their immutables are. It doesn't matter what their sex is. Doesn't matter what color they are. It doesn't even matter what religion they are. If they have demonstrated through previous judicial service that they are rational, reasonable, and consistent, I think those are the people that you want to go with, and those are the most qualified people. So, anyway, yeah, and that was wild. I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, pew. Regardless, I've had a good time today. I hope you did too. Hope I didn't put y'all off, but we got a lot. We got through a lot. We got a lot of super chats, a lot of generosity in the chat. So I'm going to give you an extended bear dance at the end, and maybe we'll just go from there. On that note, be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, and until next time, see ya. For real.
Are you tired of the same old...